Nezzy got a little owie, and I took the opportunity to test her glucose. She just ate dinner about 20 minutes ago. Can you guys see this? 76. Ooh, using the Keto Mojo app. Nezzy, are you okay? Are you gonna be all right? Your hematocrit's 40%, and your hemoglobin is 3.6. You all right? Can I make the video now? Can I do the introduction? You're gonna be quiet?
I want a Band-Aid. Do we have any Band-Aid?
Yeah, I'll get you a Band-Aid. And this thing's gonna fall over. The struggle of trying to make a YouTube video. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. I'm here with Keto Connect, Matt and Megha, and we're gonna go on different journeys into Whole Foods and show all of you like how there's many different ways to go about achieving a low-carb ketogenic style diet that's healthy. And so we just wanted to share those different perspectives. You know, I know a lot of you, travel on occasion. You see in-laws, you see family. So like, what can you do if you just have a few minutes to go to a grocery store? How'd you end up?
Good. We got some good stuff. Thank you.
All right.
So we're a little over budget.
By how much?
$9.
$9, okay.
Yes.
I was $2 over budget.
So this is all for stuff we're gonna be eating in the next 2 days, basically. We've been making a salad for dinner. So we got spinach.
We'll eat the whole thing for one, so we'll split that.
We split this.
Nice. So you just eat it raw?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. We don't have a microwave, a fridge, or anything in the place we're staying, so we gotta improvise.
So then we got cooked Bratwurst. Not the best option, but really good macro profile.
Yeah, so when we buy sausage a lot, and this is what we look for basically, is right here. Look at this. Fat 24, protein 9. There is a little bit of carbs per link, 2 grams.
But it's worth it, especially if you're on the go, and it's a good product.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it close up. No, you can take it next.
Thank you.
Alright. It's not focusing. Cool. So it's already cooked, ready to rock. So it's super easy.
Yeah, so we're eating those cold on our salad, basically, is what we've been doing.
We normally do look for grass-fed, though.
Yeah, they didn't have any grass-fed beef sausages. That's what we try to go for.
Is there a brand that you look for with the sausages generally?
Not really, kind of like local brands if possible.
Yeah.
Yesterday we found one, I think it was local grass-fed, it was good, but this is a decent option.
Yeah. Awesome.
Then we got some mushrooms.
Local mushrooms. Just good for raw on the salad.
So what's the rationale behind the mushrooms?
I just like how they taste. I think they have a decent amount of magnesium in them. I like getting my mushrooms in every once in a while.
Yeah.
Then we got raw aged cheddar.
Gosh. Looks amazing.
Yeah, and it's goat milk, so I've been doing a lot more goat milk, staying away from like the lactose, the dairy. So, and then raw is just always a great option.
Yeah, actually one of the talks yesterday talked a lot about the benefits of raw dairy. We're definitely going to try adding a lot more of that into our diet, and also like some fermented foods too, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last thing was a dressing.
Systems dressing, yeah. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so this is made from avocado oil. It's also dairy-free, which is a great option. Good ingredients, right?
Yeah, just good for getting fat in.
Yeah.
So the way we like to eat is generally on the extreme or high end of fat. Like we do 80% or so, 75 to 80. And as you can see, this is kind of just going to be our meal tonight. Like all this thrown together. So this will help achieve that, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, do you count macros?
Right now we are, because we're doing a specific 90-day body recomposition type of challenge for our YouTube channel. But in general, no.
No.
We have like a running tally in our head kind of, but we're not like super strict with it.
Right. Yeah, we're more on the gauge your body, feel it out type side.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good initially to track macros.
Yeah, for sure.
I always say if you're not getting the results you are looking for, tracking is the way to go, for sure.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, should we dive into mine?
Yes, please.
You want me to do some camera work?
Yeah. So here's what I came up with, and so we do have a little overlap, which is cool. I love olives. I think they're highly underrated on the ketogenic style diet. Now, the only downside to buying olives at a store like this is they're soaked in sunflower oil, which kind of sucks. So here's a little trick what you do. And this is a little more hardcore. I don't know if you guys want to actually do this, but this is what I personally do. Because like Matt and Megha, I love mushrooms, particularly when you're traveling because they're so good for your immune system. But if you've read The Big Fat Surprise, or you're familiar with Nina Teicholz's work, you don't want a lot of the polyunsaturated oils. So I take a little, just to dab a little bit. Is it a deal breaker? Probably not, because I normally don't eat this all the time. But to get some of that unsaturated oil off the olives and whatnot. You know, you would think that when you buy olives, they'd be soaked in olive oil, but they're not, unfortunately. So olives are a great low-carb, high-fat food, phytonutrients, anti-cancer, good for your heart, all that. Okay, so that's a staple. So like if you're gonna go out to dinner with colleagues or your friends or family and whatnot, and you don't know if you're gonna get healthy fats, I recommend having a little fat beforehand. It's satiating, and you know you're gonna get the healthy macros in. Okay, you all love olives. I mean, sorry, avocados. So avocados, the downside, they were hard to find. They're kind of out of season right now, so they're coming from Mexico. This was like the least hard one I could find, feel it. It's like super duper hard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But tomorrow could be better.
Tomorrow could be good. So a trick for that is to put it in a bag like this, you know, and wrap it, and it can like, you know, ripen faster. All right, so when you're traveling, sometimes I get a sweet tooth. Now, I know that cashews are not considered like the lowest carb nut or seed out there, but they're good in fat and they have just enough sweetness to combat that urge to have a cookie or a brownie or whatever. So I think per cup there's like 3 grams of sugar in them. That's wrapped in fiber and good fat. Anyway, so I'm not too worried about it, so I love cashews for that reason. Quick snack, much better than the alternative, alcohol or whatever else. All right, so when it comes to protein, obviously it's great if you have a kitchen so you can cook up some grass-fed beef, elk, buffalo. But in lieu of that, I'll get some wild-caught, sustainable sardines or mackerel. I accidentally grabbed tuna, yellowtail, but I didn't want that. I was like holding the camera. Anyway, so they do. Mackerel, I think it's a longer fish. So here's the downside to canned fish, is oftentimes the cans are lined with BPA, which is an endocrine disrupting chemical, not good for fat burning, not good for blood sugar regulation. So you don't want to have canned foods all the time. Now this brand used to say BPA free on it. Now it's hard, you can't find it. So I assume that means it's no longer BPA free. All right, so moving on. Supporting the gut, particularly while you're traveling, I like this gut shot. It's lower in sugar compared to kombucha and things like that. It's a little bitter, but it gets the job done. So when you're traveling, when you're stressed, you're in different time zones that can take a hit on your microbiome. So it's good to replenish with a little bit of the gut shot.
What are the macros on that?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. Can you see it? It's 0, 0, 0. It's basically just salt. The whole bottle.
Wow.
Like there's no, I mean, it's almost like a diet soda in the sense, like there's nothing that's gonna affect your blood sugar. It has a lot of sodium, which, as many of you know, when you're low carb, when you're keto, you need to upregulate your salt intake because your kidneys tend to excrete salt in higher amounts. And when you're traveling, you don't want to have to go buy a salt shaker and all that. So this is a great way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Again, it's good for your microbiome, good to get your sodium in. Another good source of sodium when you travel, I just love this stuff, the Gerolsteiner water. I only know about it because when I used to race bicycles, they were a major sponsor of like the Tour de France and all that. So I've just been drinking it for a while, and lo and behold, it has a lot of great minerals, calcium, magnesium, bicarb, sodium, etc. And I know, are you two from James DiNicolantonio, the Salt Fix?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was funny, when we did the interview, I came in drinking one of these, he's like, dude, that's my favorite water, and we started geeking out on it. So I'll put that interview there, guys, if you want to tune into it. But even he espouses this water. Drinking water is so important when you're traveling, particularly at altitude like we are right now. All right, last but not least, I love to get some veggies in. And since I was trying to keep everything under 20 bucks, this is the best I could come up with. So this was it appeared to be a sauteed kale with olive oil and a little sea salt. So because I don't, have kitchen tools and everything like that, I like raw salads, but sometimes they don't really sit well with me, my stomach and whatnot. So something cooked, some cooked vegetables seems to help. So that's it. Now, truth be told, sometimes I would buy an organic chocolate bar, 70% cocoa content or higher, just to have that little sweet edge, but that's why I get the cashews, because there's a lot less sugar in the cashews versus the chocolate bar.
That was great. I definitely, 2 big takeaways. These 2 things right here.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're going to go back and buy these after this video is
the
done
water?
filming, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you can have it.
No.
Well, because I'm leaving. I'm traveling.
You can drink it on the way, right?
Yeah. All right. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please hit that like button. Definitely check out Keto Connect. We did a podcast, an audio podcast a few months ago.
Thanks so much for having us on this video. Subscribe to our channel, check it out. And if you guys want to just look for like our best stuff, everyone says they love the sweetener video we did.
So we test a bunch of sweeteners, blood glucose, ketone levels before, after.
It helps you know which sweeteners are a good part of a low-carb keto diet. So definitely check that one out. And everyone loves our butter chicken recipe too. You can check that out too.
Craving Indian food on a low-carb diet? We got you covered.